Hey friends, it's your boy SVH coming at you with today's bowl of Saki by Hazrat Inayat for August 31st. One who has spent has used, one who has collected has lost, but one who has given has saved his treasure forever. This is a good one. I'm going to dive right into it. The tendency to doubt, to be depressed, the tendency towards fear, suspicion, and confusion, the tendency to puzzle. Where does it all come from? It all comes from the thought of getting something in return. Will anything give me back what I have given him? Will another give me back what I have given him? Shall I get the just portion back or less? If that is the thought behind one's act, there will be fear, doubt, suspicion, puzzle, and confusion. For what is doubt? Doubt is a cloud that stands before the sun, keeping it from shining its light. So is doubt. Gathering around the soul, it keeps its light from shining out, and man becomes confused and perplexed. Only selflessness is developed. Once selflessness is developed, it breaks through the cloud, saying, "What do I care whether anyone appreciates it? I only know to give my service, and that is all my satisfaction. I do not look forward to getting it back. I have given, and it is finished. This is where my duty ends. That person is blessed, because he has conquered, he has won." Then it is lack of knowledge of the divine justice when man doubts whether he will get his just portion, or whether the other will get the best of him. If he looked up and saw the perfect judge, God himself, whose justice is so great that in the end the portions are made equal and even, there is only a question about the beginning, not about the end. If only he saw the justice of God, he would become brave. He would trust, not trouble, about a return. God is responsible for returning 1,000-fold what man has ever given. The mystic can see from the point of view of everyone else, as well as from his own, which may be quite the contrary. For instance, in his teachings, Christ said, "If anyone asks you for your coat, give him your overcoat also." A worldly man will say, "It is not practical. If someone asked this of me every day, I would be continually buying new coats." Yes, at the same time, it would be more than practical from the point of view of the master. For according to this view, he cannot give anything, in whatever form, without getting it back in some way or another. Pure thought, goodwill, our service, our time, whatever we give is never lost. It comes back to us according to our willingness to give. It comes back to us 1,000-fold. This is why one is never the loser by being generous. One only gains. The mystic sees the law in all things, and this gives him an insight into life. He begins to see why this misery has come upon him, why this pleasure has come, why one person is prospering and another not, why one is progressing and not another. All these things become clear to him because he sees the law working in all things. The law of the mystic is not the law of the people. It is the law of nature. It is the real law. So yeah, I like to follow the law of the mystic because I like the real law. I like the law of the people, not the law of the people, but the law of nature, the law of the real. And this is a great one. Just the phrase alone: one who has spent has used, one who has collected has lost, but one who has given has saved his treasure forever. And the commentary really speaks to this. But when you spend something, it's used. It's you've used it up, right? You earn $500 and you go spend 300 of it out at the club the next night. You spend it. It's used. It's gone. Right. One who has collected has lost. Now, why is collecting something losing something? You still have the thing that you collected, right? But it's this holding on to it kind of thing. The hodling. You should be hodling your XRP and stuff like that. But aside from that, when you're hodling, you're holding on for dear life. Sometimes you lose. You lose something because you're lost in that mine kind of you know, give me mine, let me hold on to mine kind of mentality, and in that you lose something because you lose that generosity of the heart. But one who's given has saved his treasure forever. When you give of yourself freely and wholly and openly, it does come back to you. And this is a secret here that Murshid speaks about. Pure thought, goodwill, our service, our time, whatever we give is never lost. It comes back to us according to our willingness to give. It comes back to us thousandfold. Think about that. It comes back to us according to our willingness to give. So if you give something just because you feel like you're supposed to or you're obligated to, it's only going to come back to you that much. But when you give out of that willingness to give, that want to give, to help another, to be of service, that's when it comes back a thousandfold, because you gave from the pure kindness and giving nature of your heart. It goes back to that law of nature there, of the mystic. You're giving from the true nature of giving, the true nature of service. And when you do so, that's when it comes back to you in waves, and it always comes back in different ways, different forms than you maybe expect, right? You give somebody $100 to help them through a hard time, and you expect to get 110 back because of the interest or whatever. Sometimes you give it and you'll never get it back. But it's the service that you give. It's the service of the heart of the giver. And in giving, you will receive something back. Might not be your $100 back, but you might get something of greater value or of the essence of it because you gave with a willingness of an open heart, right? So I think that's a big key right there, is that pure thought, goodwill, our service, our time, whatever we give, it's never lost. It comes back to us according to our willingness to give. This is why one is never the loser by being generous. One only gains. So, a lot of great thoughts about today's bowl of sake. This is a really good one. But we do live in a time where everybody's pinching pennies, everybody's having a hard time, so it's hard to give in that respect sometimes to others, but at the same time, we can give of ourselves, right? We can give our service, we can give a smile, we can give a kind gesture, a loving word, right? So there's no limit to what we can offer another in our daily lives, just from the goodness of our heart, just from the willingness to give, right? And in doing so, we will receive God's gifts, and they will come abundantly, right? So open your hearts up to give to others and do for others with a heart of willingness, and see how that changes your life. You'll be surprised. So there you have it, my friends. There's today's bowl of sake. I hope you had a good one today, and hope everybody has a safe holiday weekend, or is having a safe holiday weekend so far, and continue to do so. And I will be back again tomorrow with another bowl of sake. Take care.